Hello everybody, welcome to our home. It's Christmas Eve and we want to start this family tradition of cooking something together on Christmas Eve. And today we're going to do gnocchi di patate, potato gnocchi. Okay, so let me put my apron on, and Bibi is going to cook as well. I chose gnocchi di patate because she still puts everything in her mouth, and I thought, it's boiled potatoes, so she can still eat it. It's not going to be raw dough that maybe if she has too much, she's going to have a tummy ache. Okay, allora, first of all, let's squish the potatoes together. I'm gonna squish Bibi's potatoes with this. This is called schiacciapatate in Italian. I have no idea how you guys call it in English. Please comment the name of this thing in English because I don't know it. Sei pronta? Guarda, Bibi, la patata. Nevicano patate. I also thought it would be a good idea to go through what happened in 2024 because it's been quite an intense year, much easier than 2023, I have to be honest, but still quite challenging. È buono! Le patate! Adesso tu devi lavorare con le patate. Vuoi venire un po' più in qua? Eccoci. In the meantime, Mommy does hers. Queste sono tue e queste sono mie, ok? I thought it would be easier with the schiacciata patate, but I might be wrong. So last year started with a swallow study, the last swallow study that Bibi had to do, and they cleared her for fluids, they cleared her for everything, and for open cups as well. That was amazing. And she also slowly started to drink from a straw, which is amazing because that requires sucking skills that she didn't have when she was born. Kabuki syndrome, her syndrome brings hypotonia as well. And so Bibi has never been, for the longest time, she was not able to suck on the bottle, to have sucking skills. Il vestito rosso, ti piace il mio vestito rosso? So it's, she almost never used the dummy as well, because she wasn't able to suck on it for a long time. I did peel these potatoes prior to this video, but some pieces have remained. If you guys want the full recipe of the doses, you can check the link in the description. I follow Benedetta. She does these amazing, easy to do Italian recipes because there's nothing worse than seeing all these beautiful chefs that create these amazing recipes and you're like, awesome, can you come to my place and do it? Because I'm too lazy to do that. So, but this one is basically 1 kilo of potatoes for 300 grams of flour and a couple of pinches of salt, and that's it. So the recipe is super easy. I'm no chef, but I'm really committed to making an amazing tradition for our family. So going back to our 2024. Prova a dire schiaccia patate. Più o meno. Brava. After the swallow study, we said goodbye to the suction machine. Oh, I still remember that day when I brought it back and I was like, oh, I don't want to give it back. I don't want to give it back. But it was time to say goodbye to the suction machine. Something that I really advocated hardcore for, that we got. And, but then we didn't need anymore after a few months. Thank God. Because that is not a nice experience. Among everything that can happen to a medical family, suction machine is not particularly nice. The biggest news of January 2024, and I think that the biggest thing of 2024 was weaning the nasal gastric tube. We removed the tube And as you can see, we're not using it anymore. That I have... Vuoi provare la buccia?
No, la buccia no, baby. No.
Oh, la buccia? It's okay. It's boiled. It's fibers. Plenty of fibers. I'm not the typical first-time mom. I couldn't care less. I'm like, yeah, take it. Taste it. It's good. Vuoi delle altre patate? Vuoi la musica tu? Adesso arriva la musica. So this is done. So we were saying feeding tube. Let me get some salt. Manny, can you just sprinkle a little bit of salt here, please? It said a pinch for half a kilo. So this is a kilo, a little bit more. Good. Perfect. Thank you. The tube weaning has been quite a journey. I remember it was 4 months of just doing tube weaning because we had to weigh every single gram. I even created a spreadsheet for other families, and it's a free downloadable on our website for any family who needs to wean the tube. That's there for you guys. Take it, grab it, download it. She's just gone to take a break, and we're gonna get into the endurance of cooking, because many kids are like that. They start and they don't finish, right? I was like that. After the tube weaning, oh, by the way, we had an incredible situation for the tube weaning, because we weaned the tube between October and January last year. And she did lose a little bit of weight, which is absolutely normal for the tube weaning. And we had, I remember the surgical, the visit with the surgical team and this registrar who never saw BB before. He was like, no, she's very low on the growth charts. She was like on the 3rd percentile. He was like, no, I advise you put back the tube. And we were like, but if we put back the tube now, after 2 months and a half, we're only going to create more oral aversion. Just give her a go. She's been orally fed for 2 months. She just needs a little bit of time to adapt. But you know that, her brain needs calories. She needs food to develop her brain. So that's the right thing to do. And I'm like, the right thing to do is that you call your superior and we talk to the surgeon that knows us well, that is smart, has common sense. He's been on our team. He's seen Beatrice since birth. So go get your boss. I love to pull Karens here and there. I want to talk to your manager. And so thank God we didn't have to put back the tube in. That would have been very bad. I remember we did have the hearing loss diagnosis. That was not lovely. I didn't like it. And I think part of me and part of many is still processing the diagnosis of the mild to moderate hearing loss. But that's for another story. You hear I'm making gnocchi now. And I'm adding flour as I go because I don't want to add too much flour. Because the more flour you add, the more they get gummy, dry. They're not as soft and fluffy. So I'm trying to limit the flour as much as I can. And after the hearing diagnosis, so we got referred to the deafness center. So we're going to see back the deafness center February, March. We got the hearing device. We're going to see a new Hearing Australia Centre in January, and to see if the hearing aid is working properly, because there's been a bit of debate over that, and she doesn't like it. She is getting very good at taking it off, and I also don't want to push it too much, because there's more on the horizon. So again, I will have to balance the needs and the priorities. We had an amazing Zumba fundraiser for HUD Kids, which is this amazing non-for-profit organization here in Australia that helps the families of cardiac babies. And that Zumba event was lovely because I got to do something I love, teaching Zumba, and Minie and Vivi came and they also danced a song with me. Ma cosa fai? Ma cosa fai? Vieni a vedere. The Zumba event was in March, April. Okay. And in May we had the Blacktown Medieval Fair. So we went back into our Renaissance costumes. Gosh, I love those costumes. And Bibi was like, Mommy, you look like a princess. The second day of the performance at the Blacktown Medieval Fair, we basically got home, undressed, put our travel clothes on, and left to go to Italy. We did basically almost a month in Italy. We met with everyone, with our families, friends. We spent amazing time over there. She was so tired. Con la musica. Andate di là a sentire la musichina. Wow, che buono. Ci piace far da mangiare, cucinare, mangiare, buttare per terra, che tanto alla mamma piace pulire. And Bibi got very, very tired in Italy. And I got very, very sick. I had the worst cough. Ti piace il mio vestito? Cosa c'è scritto qui? Italians do it better. That's very true. So let me put some more. And we're going to, you know what? I'm just going to do half of it, because otherwise it's just too much to handle. It's going to be as thick as a finger. And we're going to make little stripes like that. So after Italy, we had to do two things. More brace. We got the news from orthopedics that she still needed bracing. And we started using the hearing device. Apart from that, I started a speech course for parents of children with communication delays, the Hanen course. It's a lot of work. I have to be completely honest. It's a lot of work, and I'm not working on it as much as I would love to, but it's really, really good. It's giving me, and it's giving many, and it's giving the team the tools to allow Bibi to lead the conversation. So that I highly recommend. After the Hanen course, I started the print-on-demand business, the merchandise, the t-shirts. I've been a little bit lazy on that front, so I will have to get back to it in 2025. But it's still there. If you guys want to support my merchandise, you can go on the website, mykabukiguru.com, and check out the designs that I created with my own brain. And then Bibi took her first step in 2024. We're hoping she's going to eventually leave the walker, because right now she's walking a lot, she's running, but with the support, with the aid of the walker. So our goal would be to have her go independently without any support. And then the darkest chapter of 2024. We had a miscarriage. It was very intense. It was completely unexpected. I had no symptoms. I created a video on YouTube if you guys want to check out what happened and how it happened. That was kind of an unfortunate experience. It took a lot to heal from that, because after the miscarriage there have been lots of different things that really gave me burnout. Team that was coming or going, we changed therapies, lots of visits, a lot of advocating, let's say that. Gelato della vigilia. That is something in Italy we don't have, gelato for Christmas Eve. No, not really. But we do here in Australia. Mi dispiace. You gotta come visit in Australia, guys. Let's go. After the miscarriage, the problem with the miscarriage is that it didn't just happen. It happened in August, but I could only close the chapter in November because of a complication. Basically, it has been treated as a partial molar pregnancy. And so I still had the pregnancy hormones very high. I needed to wait until they got back down to close the chapter. So I had to do blood tests every single week for 2.5 months. Lovely. But let's go on. In November, Minie had his concert playing for the first time here in Australia. The beautiful songs that he improvised for Beatrice when she was in NICU and PICU. So you can check them out. I'm gonna leave a link in the description. The lovely songs, the lovely melodies. So well done, Minie, for his concert in November. And then... Grazie, amore. Ti voglio bene anch'io, amore. Okay. If I disappear, it's because I slipped on potatoes. So we're gonna cut these gnocchi in small pieces. Can you see? Now, you can either leave them like that, it's perfectly fine, or you can use this. I don't know the name of this tool, but you basically wrinkle them and you give them the signature wrinkle. Then we got, in end of November, contextually, Bibi's birthday. She turned 2. And I started the podcast, How with Special Needs. It's very, very important for me because it helps me, and I hope it helps others understand how many conditions are out there. In these days, I'm getting in contact with other special needs parents to talk about their story, the diagnosis of their child, because honestly, every single family has such an intense journey, and it's incredible because it's all different ones. It's very inspiring to learn from other families how lucky we are. So check out the podcast, on your favorite podcast platform or on YouTube. There's also the video version of the podcast. It's the same episodes. In December, we had 3 major hospital visits. We had hips, kidney, heart. The hips were very bad, so Bibi will require a hip surgery. We just don't know when, and we just don't know how many. Because if we can buy more time and somehow get her to 6 or 7 years old, maybe she just needs 1 surgery. If not, she will possibly need 2. So once the gnocchi are done, you boil them in water, in boiling water, and they're ready when they come up on the surface. So I wanted to make this cooking session actually a monthly session that we have together so that we can answer to any questions you guys have. So comment with your questions. Next time I wanted to show you guys how I make my pumpkin risotto, risotto alla zucca, and the child version and the adults version, because they're different. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know if you tried the gnocchi and let me know how they are. It's not my recipe, so if you have any complaints, don't address me because this is not my recipe. And even the procedure. I'm just here chatting with my friends. I don't have to be an amazing chef. So if I was able to edit and publish this video before Christmas, then have a lovely Christmas. Stay safe. Otherwise, if I'm going to publish it after Christmas, I hope you had a lovely Christmas, far away from hospitals, because nobody wants to spend Christmas in a hospital. And let me know your plans for 2025. We have major things happening in 2025. A very big trip as well. I will talk to you guys and I will tell you guys more in the next videos. So stay tuned, subscribe, share with your friends, and enjoy any time off you have in these days. Ciao, ciao. Ciao, ciao.
Hello.
Okay.
Basta, Bagiccia. Fallo tu adesso.
Hai indovinato? Bravo!
Brava, ancora.
Brava!